Mm.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the CCG podcast. This is the very first episode. So, I'm one of your hosts, Zarmega. Um, I'm a gamer. uh, alright, now I guess I'll introduce Bernie. I've got him underneath me on the thingy-majig. Do you want to introduce yourself at all, Bernie?
I'm Glitch Guy. How come I've got my name instead of my game tag up?
I haven't. Oh, is it actually showing? On, it's not
Yeah.
showing.
I don't care. I don't care.
No, 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 no. I've got it hidden. I've got it hidden.
So what you do
I
is
don't.
okay. So
I've got
I'll
it hidden
change it.
regardless.
What do
No
you
one can
want?
no one can see it regardless. You can
Yeah,
you
it's
can make
fine.
it so move, but I've
how's,
set up so no
how's
one can
that?
see it. Your identity is hidden. Oh yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then
Actually, people know me as
Glitchy boy, I
um.
like it.
they actually can't see it, Miguel. Like straight up. If you look at the stream, no
No,
one
it's
can see
fine.
it. Oh, how
No,
you
no,
going,
It's
it's
Blossom?
alright.
Yeah,
It's like another way you can introduce ourselves when we talk about the gaming parts.
yeah. So yep. Do you,
Also, I thought of a really cool label for my streamer logo. I thought of a pretty interesting label.
like a label or like a logo or
Yeah, like
oh
logo,
logo,
like
logo. Yeah, yeah.
essentially they would symbolize. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you use it
Well,
as a label as well.
I I guess we'll keep like were you introduce did you introduce yourself,
move
Eddie?
on to the other introduction. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
Glitch
sorry.
Guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah,
It just
Miguel,
stuck in the tip of
if
my
you were
head.
to introduce yourself at all.
Hi, I'm Miguel, otherwise known as Next Drago. I was on one of Zymega's previous streams when we did some commentary over a Wild Rift tournament. We can get into that later, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's essentially me.
Can can you guys
Pass it
both
on.
see the stream at the moment?
No,
Is
I
it?
haven't got the stream up so that I can just see
No, I can't.
myself and Bernie.
Ah, fair enough. I'm just gonna check the audio real quick while we're all
I could
doing
try to
this.
pull it up, but I don't want to I won't be able to hear the audio unless I do it on my
I'll
phone.
have to do it on my phone.
Or
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah. Um, this is exciting. Very first stream
No, and
of the
Hold
year.
on. If I do like this,
I was meant to stream
and then
yesterday,
like
but
this.
I let Blossom down because I'm a dickhead. I thought I had
no, no,
COVID,
no one
bro.
disagrees here.
I legit thought I had COVID. I actually went to go and
No
get a
one
test.
disagrees. You're a dickhead, yeah. I mean,
That's actually what I was going to say to you the other day, Ben, when you said you were still feeling bad. I was like, oh, maybe you should get tested.
yeah, I was feeling bad yesterday too, believe it or not, and today, but feeling better now. It was just,
Maybe
I
you have
think, because of the
COVID.
weather change. Messed up my sinuses. No, I haven't been out. I haven't been seeing anybody. So, can't have COVID.
Audio is pretty good on stream as well, by the way. I just had a quick look. It's looking pretty good. Loser
It looks
100%.
fucking sweet.
Yeah, Blossom's just shit on
Love it.
me.
Oh,
I should get it so like the chat's showing up on the actual stream. But anyway, I guess let's get into it. So, first subject that I want to go over is games we've been playing this year. Well, last year, because I don't know if you guys have played anything this year. I have.
Oh, yeah.
I have a problem.
um, nothing new really. I can say that much.
Yeah. So like
Aside
last.
from a new project, so this started a
Yeah,
new
yeah,
project this year,
yeah.
technically. So
All right.
that's
Well,
something we can talk about later.
let's start with you,
Unless you want to bring
Miguel.
it up now.
Like last
Okay.
year, did you have like what was your biggest game of 2021? Oh my God, it's 2022. Rip.
Oh, dude.
I
Yeah, I know, right? Time goes by pretty quickly these days.
was fucked. I was.
Well,
Yeah.
in terms of I guess the game that was most impactful for me over 2021, that would have to be old school RuneScape. That's just because of that's the community that I'm in. That's the game that I play, and that's probably the one that I got most into as well over the 2021 period. Over like the best game that came out overall, I think it's hard for me to say. I saw a lot of interest in Halo Infinite, but that came out towards the end part of the year, so it's really hard to say that's sort of the best game. I think I'm more inclined to wait and see if that could be voted as like the best game of 2022. I think that'd be where my interest would go for that. Otherwise, there are a bunch of cute little games that came out throughout the year, but I don't think that it was nearly as influential as 2020 was. Sorry, 2020
So Blossom's
was.
asking how RuneScape changed. Old school RuneScape changed in 2021. A few things. A few things
Oh, yeah.
changed.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they've had a big change that just came out this year. So, not including what happened that with just over the last couple of days, a lot of things changed where they had some of the biggest hardcore Iron Man accounts died over last year, which was pretty crazy. Like every time a hardcore account dies, people go like it spreads everywhere. A couple people quit playing. Notable
Yeah.
streamers are Sick Nerd, Bodhi, Mika279 or Mika RS as he's known now as. All these streamers they sort of dropped off and started going into other games, other genres. Towards I think around maybe the mid part of 2021. But in terms of old school itself, how it changed was they added a lot of quality of life updates. They removed a big gambling section of the game as well. So that's
Oh,
something that's kind of like
dude.
having an effect now in 2022,
Did
where prices now there's also a tax on the exchange. So
I want
that's
to.
also dramatically affected prices of items.
I just want to know
So
if Bernie actually, if you actually ever saw or got involved with the staking arena.
Nah,
Oh
I
my
don't even
god,
know what it
dude.
is.
Oh my god.
Could you explain it?
yeah.
Do you want to explain it, Miguel? I think it's your
Yeah,
responsibility.
most certainly. No. So, in terms of the staking arena or the dual arena, as it's known in game, it used to be an arena where people were able to stake an amount, and that amount could be essentially anything as long as you had that amount physically, you're able to stake that. So, say if you had a max cash stack in old school, that's like 2.7 bill, something like that, 2.4 bill, I can't remember. But if you had that amount in gold and another player did as well, you were able to stake that, and the winner would take a prize, which would be the combined amounts of both, which for quite a long time was a really easy way to sort of have real world trading gambling on old school RuneScape. People were able to buy money, essentially gamble it, and then sell money, make money back, and trade like so. I think during it was 2021 they decided to put a tax on the amount that you got back when staking. I think it was like a 10% tax if I remember correctly. So even even with the tax they put on it, it just didn't solve any of the issues. So they decided, okay, we're gonna remove that section of the game completely. So what they've done now is they've set a limit to 10 mil, which is the most that you're able to gamble between another player. And so it's set up like this new form of gambling, or it's hard to call it gambling really, depending on how it's done. So it's something that needs to be reviewed at this point in time. But basically, people are using the PvP section of the game to stake now. So instead, they'll take a max cash stack with them while PKing, and they'll, set certain rules such as, okay, you can only attack with one attack weapon like a whip or like a direct axe, and you're not allowed to pray or anything. You're not allowed to eat. right? And so it's the same sort of form as the dual arena, except now in PvP. So how that developed in 2022, that'll be interesting. But that had a major effect on how the old school scene
Oh
changed
man,
in the later part of 2021.
dude,
Crazy, right?
like seeing people like gamble their houses on RuneScape duels. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god. I like, honestly, if you get the
People
chance,
became
Bernie, if
famous
you want to
from
see,
staking, right? Like
yeah,
notable streamers like Odablock, right? They became famous due to the amounts they would borrow from other people and stake and
they had
lose. The
problems,
amount that
man.
he owed other people was insane, incredibly high. Like, oh gosh.
I'm so happy League of Legends doesn't have any drama like
Ah,
that.
Yeah, can you imagine if people gambled on League of Legends? I wonder what that'd be like.
Yeah, Jesus. Alrighty, well,
Just sorry to interrupt. Just excuse
no,
me for a sec. I've got to plug my laptop in, so I'm just gonna turn off my video for a sec while I set that up, and I'll be back.
yeah.
lockers.
Well, maybe we should talk
Alright.
about how we all were playing hardcore Iron Man together, and
Yeah, for about a week.
for
But then everyone died.
how many deaths did we get in Winter Todd? Like,
I
dude,
don't know.
you're the
I was the
only
only
one
one
who
who
didn't
didn't
die,
die.
Bernie.
Just because I was fishing the whole time.
Yeah, well, how did I died doing a fucking quest? I was so angry.
Yeah, what you get hit by a giant or something?
I got hit by a knight, and I couldn't like
Oh no, yeah.
get him to get stuck on a rock. Like I was trying to get him stuck on a fucking rock, but the game was like, no, no, you're gonna get. The game was just acting really buggy, to be honest.
I knew it was gonna happen too because everyone was just playing risky. It's like
Dude, they were
limited lives,
doing
you don't play
Winter
risky.
Todd, man. Like,
Not that risky, but yeah, you got to pay
it's
attention.
not
And
risky at all, to be
it's
honest.
mind numbing,
Yeah.
so you stop paying attention, and
Nah.
then
Well,
you
that's
die
it.
apparently.
It's kind of a great way to just give away lives, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of would like to go back to those accounts, but they're not hardcore anymore.
That that's actually I thought I'd be interested still, but when it wasn't hardcore anymore, I got bored.
It wasn't hardcore enough
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's boring. Wasn't the whole idea?
Yeah, you
Or
wanted
Iron
to be.
Man was it?
We could start another one if you want. It'd be.
Yeah. Oh, I've got too many things going on now though. Back then I
Yeah,
wasn't really doing anything.
I hear you. I'm in a similar
Oh, yeah.
kind of boat.
Started playing Rust.
Oh yeah.
We still got to play. Yeah.
Did you
Well,
start this
we'll wait.
year? Is that your game for this year or last year? When did you start?
Yeah, I guess so. I think it was this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it must have been this year.
Yeah, we'll act like it was last year just 'cause, we'll
It was
talk
a little
about,
bit of last year.
yeah. But man, Rust, are you enjoying it or are you like just getting like teabagged
Oh
on?
yeah, no, it's great. Oh yeah,
Yeah?
it's both. I don't
Yeah.
care. it's the name of the game.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm smart enough though, like I know I'm not as good as the other players, so I leave all the valuable stuff inside and just see what's going on before I do anything.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Miguel's returned.
Hey guys, sorry about that.
We're just talking about Rust. Did you ever play it, Miguel?
No, I did never play it myself, but I have watched quite a few different people play it. So, and I've had friends of mine who played it as well, friends of yours even.
Yeah.
And yeah, everybody's essentially enjoyed it. There was sort of a big phase amongst a lot of streamers for a little while. They'd set up like their own servers and play. So I think that the game itself has grown quite nicely over the last couple of years. I think that the community is a little better than it used to be back in the older days.
What does better mean? More toxic, the better for Rust.
better means like just healthier for the game, I think. I think
Like on a
as long as the
diet,
game
like
matures, the language in which people use matures.
yeah.
It's a very
At least you
toxic
gotta
game.
hope so, right?
It suits the game.
Yeah, for sure.
It was pretty wholesome when it first came out. I remember playing it.
I can't even picture that.
Dude, it was actually really cool. No one knew what was going on. Now the problem with the
Yeah.
game now is if you're just getting into it, everyone
Yeah.
already knows everything, man. Like they know
I know.
Mm.
everything. There's nothing like it's
6 hours in and they've got skyscrapers and
they're
all the
fucking
guns
flying
in the game.
helicopters and shit. They're fucking
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Wait,
Nah.
how much?
Bases like Fortnite.
it's ridiculous. Nah. I I played a little bit like again recently, probably a bit last year, and I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
nah, not feeling this. So
Hop on with us.
I did. I originally I hopped on with Andy and stuff, and I played for like 10 minutes,
He's
and
just
I was
starting
like,
one today.
huh?
He's just starting a new monthly one today.
Oh yeah, like completely fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new set. It just got wiped, so everyone's fresh.
I just don't even know if I
Hmm,
would at the moment,
interesting.
man. I'm really enjoying Zomboid, to be honest. I kind of want to put more time into Zomboid.
Yeah, I saw you've been playing that.
I'm such a fucking idiot when I play it. Like, there was
That's
one
just general, mate.
there was one time on stream when Blossom was like, look at, quickly spin around, there's one behind you. And I span in circles, man. Like, just 'cause I wanted to meme. And I died 'cause I was memeing. You know, I was just taking the piss. Like, I couldn't help
I
it.
know, I remember, I saw that actually. I remember.
Oh, fuck, I'm an idiot.
Stupid.
But I had to be. Like, it was too tempting, man. Like, you know, when you're tempted like that, you
Always
have
too
to
tempting
kind
to
of,
be an idiot, right?
you kind of have to,
I
like,
can
do it.
understand.
That's
From
the
your
kind of,
perspective, it's tempting.
that's the kind of person I am. If
So,
someone, like, you know,
whatever. Yeah.
Willing to let the team down for a meme.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So, is there any other games we played last year? Did Sekiro come out last year?
I feel like it's much older than that. I feel like it's 2019.
Maybe.
I don't know. I never played it, to be honest.
What games came out last year?
Halo, mate. That's all.
Halo came out, and I've really been enjoying Halo. But last year was kind of a
It
blur.
Takes Two is one of the games that came out.
Oh yeah, no, It Takes Two is really good as well. And I played a game called Death's Door. That's good too.
Death's Door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna
It's a
bring it
fairly
up.
small little indie title, but it's good. Yeah. Yeah, have a look at it.
I've actually
I feel like this year was sort of a horror theme. Like there was a period where people were playing a lot of horror games.
I'm actually just going to Death's Door. I'm gonna put it up like on stream. I've got like a little window on the side.
Yeah.
So like people
Like
can.
a little top-down, almost a Souls-like game because it's pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that I played over 2021 was the mobile version of League.
That came out this year, didn't it? Last year,
No,
sorry?
that came out 2019, I think, 2020. 2019, I think, is
It
when they opened up the beta stage.
It must have been the end of 2020, man. 'Cause like it's
No, it wasn't the end of 2020.
Oh.
It was like early part of 2020. It was when
Oh, thank you, boss.
the very first so essentially the end of 2019 they had a season where people played but they didn't have ranked up set up yet, so you could play against each other but there wasn't any sort of reward for playing against people.
So ranked means a lot.
So there was no ranked
Yeah.
for the first season, and then early 2020 they introduced ranked into the game because they introduced more regions. They only had it set up in 3 regions, I think. I think at that time it was North America, Europe and somewhere in Asia.
Yeah,
But
somewhere.
after that, they
Yeah.
released Oceania, and they released another area in Asia,
Oh.
probably like
Mm.
Southeast Asia.
Mm.
And then they proceeded to open up other regions as the game went on throughout 2020. But 2021, I think, was like the sort of the year for the game where people started to be able to do tournaments with the game. Like teams actually got good enough to where people could really show off their professional skills. Throughout 2020, there weren't really any there wasn't any big tournament scenes. A lot of organizations hadn't really got together yet. It was more just like seeing who was actually good enough to be able to perform before. So yeah, I think that it was a good year for the game, 2021. I'm interested to see what happens this year.
Yeah.
Like more champions releasing and
It's
more
just.
updates.
I think it's just going to be a case of seeing if they can keep snowballing it, because like I'm surprised I'm not hearing about more people being like, oh my god, um I've just played League of Legends for the first time, and then they tell all their friends, because like it's on the phone, dude. It's on the phone. It's so accessible. Like,
Yeah.
not everyone has a computer. Literally everyone has a phone, almost.
Well, I will interject by saying that I'm in a decently sized Discord group for people in Australia who play the mobile version of League. And there's actually a decent percentage of them who never played the PC version of League and just found it on the mobile and started playing. Right? There's some people who came over and they used to be okay or they used to do really well. Some people who are around my level or some people who are even up to Challenger. But yeah, no, there was actually a decent percentage, like easily 30% or more of people who picked up the game just out of nowhere. They didn't even play the mobile. I think it's called Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bang
That's
bang.
another version of the mobile game that people played. But yeah, no, I think that it definitely has grown quite a lot and I think like that period where they're like expecting people to talk about it will develop once they put more effort into developing the game itself as opposed to the other big games that they have, right? Because I think 2021 was the year of releasing things for them, right?
When did Valorant come out?
I don't know if you remember seeing anything about them doing the big release for 2022. Did you hear anything? I didn't. Right?
Might be a fighting game. I don't know. I know League's doing like a million things. They're releasing a fighting game. They're releasing an RP. Well, they released another.
Right?
Actually, League released a game last year as well.
They did. They released a lot of things last year.
What was it
right?
called?
But they didn't talk about releasing anything this year. So my guess is that their plan is to expand on what they've done over last year as opposed to making more stuff.
Did you play that game
they
they
might
made?
release one, do you think?
What was it called?
I didn't touch it.
What's it even called again? I can't remember. They released some RPG.
You could look it up.
Bernie, on Steam and PlayStation 5, and it's like an RPG.
Oh, they released that show on Netflix as well.
Yeah. I was about to bring that up. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
You watched it? What did you think?
No.
Even if you don't like League, it's
a lot of memes being put up about it.
It's hard for you to say that because you do like League.
Well, I've heard from a lot of people who don't play League that they really, really, really liked Arcane. You need to watch it, Bernie. Like, you know, I'm not just saying that. Like, it's probably one of the best things on Netflix. Like, to be honest.
You just need to when you get that tape to your eyelids.
It's not very high a bar.
Right?
Yeah.
Just do that. And then just sit there for a few hours.
Like, honestly.
Maybe
I need to play 1,000 hours of League first.
Oh, gosh.
I think
Well, that's another thing. They had the 2021 league finals, which were pretty big, which is another thing that we went and saw.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I was drunk as hell.
that was also quite big, I think.
It
That was a
was.
pretty big event for 2021.
Jesus.
Even though I myself don't really play mobile, I don't play PC League anymore. I play just mobile. Is Omega and Glitchy definitely play a
No,
lot of
Glitch,
somewhat.
Glitch guy does not
Little
touch
bits here
League.
and there.
He doesn't touch League of Legends at all.
No, you don't
I think I got
touch
you to
League at
play
all.
once, Vinny. Like,
I've played like
A
3
little bit
games
here.
total.
yeah.
3 games.
And then,
Oh my god.
and then it's
Never
all
mind,
like,
never mind.
it's not fun until you get 50 hours in. It's like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
So Blossom was just saying that other game they released, Rune King. It's just called Rune King, and like,
Rune King.
it looks good, but there was like no hype for it. I feel like Arcane sucked all the hype out of it because everyone just wanted to play Arcane.
Yeah. Well, they'd spoiled Arcane for longer, I think.
Yeah.
Or at least, like, every time they spoiled Arcane, it was more impactful.
Well, yeah, Arcane was big. Like, Arcane, I think it's gonna...
Do you think people are, like, invested in the storyline of League of Legends?
I think people
Sounds crazy, doesn't it?
who know nothing about League, like, there's been people who are like, I might play League of Legends because of the show. I don't really care if people play League of Legends or not. But the show, I honestly, Bernie, you're doing yourself a treat watching the show, and I think it's better if you haven't played the game, because the thing is, like Miguel will probably agree, because we've played the game, certain things happen, and we already know the answer, but you won't know the answer, and it might make it more better to watch, more better to watch.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I won't get the
same. Yeah, like I guess that things will be more surprising to you, right?
We're just trying to sell Bernie on Arcane.
I would say like there's less novelty in there's less novelty in a person who's played the game on PC and watching Arcane versus someone who hasn't really played the game much at all and who goes in to watch the show.
I want to hear.
One thing, oh my god, I didn't realize how much they advertised Arcane until I started playing a couple of other games. Like it's in Fortnite.
Oh my god, they did.
PUBG. It's in PUBG Mobile.
Among Us.
Oh, it's in Among Us. It's in what's that other one? It's in another bloody game.
PUBG, Fortnite, Among Us.
Those
are the only games I know of. Like, I'm a normie.
Can't remember, man. But
Pokemon.
Yeah, just everywhere.
Nah.
Pokemon with Arcane.
What? Like, dude, what other game?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, actually, that's one thing. They released the remakes of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even touch it.
That was also fairly big too.
Dude.
I did see a little bit of that.
That pissed me off. Not gonna lie. I saw the graphics and I'm just like, nah.
Yeah,
I just said, nah. I ain't playing that. No, thank you. Did you play that one at all, Bernie?
No, I don't know what it is. No.
Like, are you Pokemon fan at all?
I didn't play the originals.
Just the originals?
Not since Silver.
Oh, look, he's got the original Platinum.
Not even. Even earlier than that, dude.
Which one are you playing right now?
See if you can see that if I bring it up to the screen.
Is that Silver or is that Blue?
Oh no, that would be Ruby? Emerald. Yeah, Emerald.
Emerald, dude.
Yeah, Gen 3.
Why are you playing Emerald when you could be playing Platinum?
Because I'm trying to complete them all, bro. Look, that's the graphics that I love, mate.
He's trying to be Ash Ketchum here. Where's your hat, bro? Where's your Ash Ketchum? Dude, you need a Pokemon hat.
I've got a bandage, bro. My hair is like tied up like that.
Nah, man. We need to get you the Ash Ketchum hat. Yeah.
Nah, dude, just have it like sit like on the top of my hair, like have it come it this way. Just have it sit on top. Mate, you're nuts.
I'm looking at this Death's Door game. Like I've had it up on the stream
Ah,
for.
God.
It looks pretty good, Bernie.
No, it's high quality. It's just a little
Yeah.
indie game. I don't know. It was good.
Indie games are normally, you know.
Yeah.
Any other game? Like, did AAA games? Was there anything last year besides Halo?
Other than Halo, I don't think I played anything. You'd have to list games, and I'd let you know. Like nothing memorable.
Forza came out.
A couple Call of Duty. Oh yeah, I played that for like
Did
an
you
hour.
play Flight Simulator?
Yeah. Well, all these things came to Game Pass, so I gave them a quick go.
Deathloop?
No, I haven't tried that. That's PlayStation, isn't it?
No, I think it's
PC.
It's just let's put
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a
Not on Xbox, unless it's really new.
well, it's yeah, it is on PlayStation. You're right.
Yeah.
I actually I think it got pretty bad
I heard
reviews.
it was bad.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's the bad one.
Okay, so this is
Warzone. I don't give a fuck about Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I
play Call of Duty for the zombies. That's about it.
What else? Valheim.
Forza Horizon 5, Hitman 3.
Hitman 3 was good.
Did you play it?
I played
Resident
a very little bit of
Evil
it,
Village.
Yeah.
but it got really good.
That came out. I remember that. That was pretty
Village,
big.
yeah.
Yeah, that was 2021.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed by that one. I didn't play through it. I watched that one.
Yeah, I watched that as well. And I was like, sure, it looks alright, but it's not like it's not nice enough or long enough for a game that I would enjoy playing.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I thought the last one was better.
bother
Was it
with
the Biohazard? That was pretty good.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
actually streaming it, I believe.
Yeah, I remember.
And
You were lost.
yeah. Yeah, I died a lot. What else came out? Like Valheim honestly was probably one of the games I put the most time into.
Yeah.
I've been playing the shit out of Mountain Blade 2. Pretty sure that came out last year. Let me have a quick gander. When does game release?
Just having a look, all the games that I've seen, just the titles I don't really know. That seems very interesting.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I cannot say. You can look it up if you like. Just type in, upcoming games for 2022.
Nah, I'll have you do it, Miguel.
I've just done it. I just had a look, and I'm like, so some of these titles, maybe they sound kind of interesting, but
You got a Tiny
I'll go
Tina's
through them if you like.
Borderlands game.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm a little bit interested in
Yes.
that one.
Wonderland.
The
Gran
DLC
Turismo
was good.
7.
What was that for?
You know,
Borderlands?
that like if I had a console for it, that'd be a game that I'd be interested in.
What is it called again?
Because I've always been a Gran Turismo fan, but
Tiny Tina's Wonderland or something along those lines.
Wonderlands, yeah. Tiny
Yeah.
Tina. Total Warhammer.
Oh,
remake of
hell
Intro.
yeah.
And Warhammer, that
That's
actually looks
coming
good.
out next year.
I love me some Warhammer,
Alright,
bro.
yeah, this kind of sort of definitely looks like a game I'd be keen.
Yeah.
Coming out mid-February, so very soon. Something we'll be able to talk about, hopefully.
GTA 6.
That's not coming.
The new Horizon game, they believe.
Horizon
as
Zero
well.
Dying
Dawn.
Light 2
Yeah,
as well.
Horizon, yeah.
Dying Light 2. You guys
Did
actually
anyone
like?
play the first one?
Too. Life is
No.
Strange, Evil Dead. Oh gosh, and then
There's an Evil Dead game. Holy
yes.
shit.
I mean,
PlayStation 2.
it'll probably get cancelled again.
Did it get cancelled the first? Oh, damn it.
I think so.
Really liking the
Hopefully
look
not.
of.
Hopefully not. You just have to hope with these things. But
Oh, I'm just yawning. Sorry.
even so,
Tina's
well,
Tiny Wonderland looks really good.
yeah, I was gonna say. So, anything else you have in mind in terms of what your plans are for 2022? Do either you guys have an idea about what you want to do for games, or whether there's like, do you have any goals outside of games? Perhaps you want to talk about.
Nah, man, I don't have any plans
Gaming
for
stream.
2022. I actually just want to give up.
Well, there you go. On record, first
Yeah,
stream.
yeah.
This is going to be the
I
last
never-
one, folks.
Never
I
want to
hope
do
you
anything
enjoy.
ever again.
All right, I guess we're out.
See you later, mate. That's the end of the show.
Oh no.
No, I'll let
Probably
you.
just keep
Well,
playing Halo, trying to get good at that.
Yeah.
2022,
there you go. There you go.
actually get good at it.
Yeah, I need to put in more time.
Get into the high Onyx ranks,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna.
or the game will die. Who knows? I'll see if it stays up for a while.
I've heard they're adding the
Yeah.
Flood for a horde invasion game type kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just, rumors, but I don't care about that. It's not competitive.
Yeah.
They're competitive.
Interesting.
There's leaderboards and speed runs.
Oh, I do like leaderboards and speedruns.
That tickles your fancy, does it?
Oh yeah, okay, we're in.
What's
The
your
speedrun for Halo Infinite
what's your
is
thumbs?
just ridiculous. It's like half an hour.
Yeah. Have you
They
looked
just
at the?
broke the game so quick.
Dude.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a
One
Halo.
thing I'm definitely into Pokemon speedruns. I will say that. I have to admit it's one of my guilty pleasures. Something I'd like to be able to do if I learn on my on these old consoles
20,
how to fucking speed run those
29 minutes. I haven't even beat the
in
game.
proper time, right?
Yeah.
No
Like,
glitch, being able to
100%.
speed run glitchless versions of those games.
Yeah, but the
Oh,
glitches
it's so
is
good.
kind of what makes it, but right?
Yeah.
You kind of want like someone to
You
grab
can
a
do like
box.
glitches within the games, but I mean like no speed glitches, things to save like essentially like if you're doing glitches, it's glitches within the game, not things that you get from an emulator, such as like
Oh yeah, no
times 4
emulation.
speed or,
Yeah.
No.
right?
But glitches are good.
That's what
Like,
I'm talking about. All the
I-
most of the speed runs that people do these days are just practice on emulators, right? But they practice with like the actual controls.
I guess it depends on the game, but most games make it against the rules.
yeah. Or they have different like, they have like emulator speedrun.
Categories.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do
PC
speedrun
speedrun.
challenges. That's the common one that
Xbox
you find
speedrun.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. Well,
And you'll find all the best speedrunners use the original game anyway, so that's the one that people watch.
yeah.
Yeah, well, fucking hey, dude, if I could stream that, part of what I do in 2022, start streaming, start doing some of this.
I can't wait to see like, this is the game. Like, run to box, grab
This is the game.
lemonade, feed lemonade to cat, then grows, cat, then you can jump on the cat and then glitch through the wall and grab 10 Pokemon, and then they're all a level
that's
99,
totally how it works.
and then you beat the last
You can
boss.
tell how much this guy's played Pokemon by the way.
I've actually played a fair bit, but I'm just fucking trying to be ridiculous,
I know
trying
the
this
Pokemon ones, they
understatement.
actually manipulate like the encounters. something to do with like the tick rate, and when they step, they can choose with high
Yeah,
accuracy.
well, that's
what
something I have
encounter
to
they're gonna
learn
hit.
with these games too. Is like if you can like load it up at like a specific timing and then start like the game at specific times. You can set up the beginning of a run with like a certain seed, as you would call it. You know, easy way to think about it. It's just like a version of the way the game is programmed. So Pokemon have a certain level of stats when you start off. Encounter rates have a certain level of chance, and essentially it's sort of like gives you a version of luck. And depending on the type of game you're playing, like whether it's one of these ones or one of the older ones, there are some glitches you can do to where you won't get any encounters at all. So they'll literally just get like their starter Pokemon, and then they'll just go through the game without any encounters. So there's different glitches that you can do, and there's different like runs for each category. But yeah,
I'm just watching this Halo
I
one
just
at the
enjoy like
moment.
playing the game normally, like without glitches. One thing I want to do actually is I want to collect all of the Pokemon, fill out all the Pokédexes of all the games.
Oh,
eventually.
dude, you can't do that anymore. Like, it's
I
not
can
even.
do that.
It's legitimately not
Please tell me.
possible. No, I'm telling you why. Because there's ones for special event Pokemon where, like, oh, you had to go to the GameStop between these
Yeah,
dates
so what you can
in
do,
America.
right, with those Pokemon, you can buy them. So I would have to buy those Pokemon specifically.
Why do you want to buy Pokemon?
Because I cannot catch them.
He's a
Any Pokemon that I can't catch, to fill out the Pokédex, I'd fill it out
just buy them
as far as I can through normal means without cheating, right? All of the Pokemon I can get, possibly, with all the games. And then for any Pokemon left that are like through certain events that I can't get, I will buy them. And then I will have all the Pokemon that way.
I don't know.
I get it.
That's my plan.
Makes sense to me.
At the moment, I still have I have the funniest Pokemon story actually of how I first started like playing seriously these games, or like just before that as well. And the very first Pokemon that I got to level 100, right? So
was it Charizard?
Charizard.
No, it was Gen 3, so it was similar to these games, similar to Pokemon Emerald, but it was just before Emerald came out. It was Pokemon Ruby, right? And I was about 10 years old or so, and I was trying to play through it. And there's a beginning part of this game where you need to fight your rival in order for this guy to realize that he was inspecting his own footprints, not like a footprint of a rare Pokemon or something. And so he's blocking your way until you fight your rival. And I didn't realize that, being 10 years old. For some reason, it just didn't click to me. So because of that, I had a Mudkip that I started off with. And I was fighting the Pokemon in the little brushes in between where you start from and the little town where this guy's in. And these Pokemon are like between level 2 and level 3, right? And it took me so long to figure out that I had to fight the rival that I trained my little Mudkip all the way up to a level 100 Swampert on those level 2 and level 3 Pokemon. That's how dedicated I was to like figuring it out. I can keep doing this. I don't mind.
Wait, you did
so that's how I got my first ever level 100. And then when I figured it out, I finished the game. I didn't bother catching Pokemon because I didn't care, because I didn't need Pokemon. So I just wiped the game after I figured it out. I was like, oh, this game's easy. And that's the first time I completed a game too. It was like doing it like that. Oh, okay, I'll just get an overpowered Pokemon and then just rush the game like that. So
it wasn't even about collecting them, it was just
no, it was just I'm gonna kill these. I'm gonna kill it like I probably killed it somewhere like 500,000.
Fainted, Miguel. Fainted. Very important in terms of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I just fucking killed them.
Yeah, sorry,
I just fucking executed.
Demonetized. Sorry.
When they're faint enough, they
But
should
yeah,
just die.
so and funny fact, I still have that Pokemon saved on a different game. So
Where is it?
I actually still have that original song for it. It's pretty crazy as well. I've got it saved on a Pokemon Diamond drive, I think. Because they made it so you were able to transfer Pokemon from Gen 3 to Gen 4
Yeah. Mhm.
later on. So yeah, I actually transferred it over later on. Because I ended up losing that version of Ruby, unfortunately. But I have a new version now, so it's alright. But yeah, at least I managed to keep that stupid little
What
overpowered
Pokemon?
creature.
What Pokemon was it?
Huh? A Mudkip. So it evolves into Swampert.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it goes Mudkip to Marshtomp to Swampert. So it's level 100 Swampert.
You should have just left it as Mudkip, bro.
Well, I didn't know. Like, it got to the levels and I saw it evolving. I was like, oh, this is cool. I wonder
Yeah.
what this does. And then it got stronger and I was like, cool, I can kill these things even faster. And then, yeah, 80 levels later, when I'm like 2 levels from max, I can kill these I mean, faint.
You want to know a
I can
crazy
faint
thing?
them faster. Sorry. All right.
You want to know a crazy thing about
No.
Pokemon? I actually played Gold and Silver way before like anyone in the
Japanese version.
West. Yeah, I played the Japanese version
Yeah,
on an
same. I
emulator.
played the Japanese emulators. Yeah.
I didn't even know like what it was. Like, what the fuck? What are these knockoff Pokemon? Like,
Yeah.
Oh really?
yeah, no, I
Really?
didn't know. I didn't know.
I knew
I,
what I was doing, mate.
there was just hundreds of games on this emulator. Like some dude
Yeah.
at this
Yeah.
computer
I
shop.
remember those days.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have one of those little cards as well. You can buy. You put into the
yeah,
card
yeah.
cartridge and you have all these
Trying to
games.
memorize all the menus in Japanese too.
I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, what is this
Like when
knockoff?
you had to ride your bike to get through a certain
I
area.
had like
how
a
do you equip your
stupidly
bike?
hacked version, right? I don't know why this emulator had it set up like this, right? I don't know why the guy had programmed it like this, but I bought one of those, and it had a version of Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Ruby, and Pokemon Emerald, right? I think no, sorry, not Pokemon Ruby, Pokemon Sapphire. I think the Pokemon Sapphire version was like relatively normal, but the Pokemon Crystal one was like when you start off, there's level like 99s to level 100s in the starting grass where you're at. And it's like that all throughout, and it's all got like random Pokemon as well,
Sounds like
random legendaries to random
anti-piracy
Pokemon.
shit. You know how they do the
Yeah,
anti-piracy stuff? Like,
yeah, right.
thing.
It was just totally fine all the
Like,
way through. And then I think with the Pokemon Emerald one, it was similar, except for your Pokemon were bugged as well. So like the whole game was just like spazzed throughout. So very, very interesting versions of those games. It's
dude,
like you'd have like so many other like ridiculous little cheap indie games
it
you'd find
sounds
on those too.
it sounds like you found this game in like the back of a store. Yeah, so some dude in a trench coat came up to me and he exposed himself, and then he apologized and handed me a
In his underbreast,
a
he held
corrupted Pokemon copy.
corrupted cartridge Pokemon. And I never saw him again, but that's it.
Maybe you'll live in an alternate dimension because you got pulled into the game, and it's actually Jumanji. Like,
Oh, actually, the Matrix.
dude, this is a simulation.
Oh yes, isn't it?
Real life is
Have
actually
you seen the
Pokemon.
new Matrix movie yet? By the way,
Nah,
either
I
of you
really
guys?
wanted
No,
to,
not yet.
but I
Oh
didn't.
my god, I watched it, right? I'm
Right.
like, it's an alright movie, but there are just points where you're like disappointment, where it's like, come on, dude. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
just
like the second and third movie. Just disappointing.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't even at that point. It was just what it was. What a whole different level, right? It was like Morpheus is not Morpheus
Is he lagging?
anymore. He's been brought back
Yeah, robot voice.
as a new character,
Yeah.
like a new version of Morpheus, but he uses the exact. So he's just like, oh gosh, yeah, I can pull up the lines that he says about the movie, but he's basically like copied the original first
Yeah.
version, right? He's saying the same lines, but he's like a very different version of it. Like instead of, I think in one of the first scenes that he talks with the Keanu Reeves
Neo.
character,
Yeah.
Neo, right? He instead of wearing like a black coat, he's wearing like it's like yellow or something, like a really, really bright color
Yeah.
all throughout. It just looks so odd.
Why are they back
And
in the
like,
Matrix? Do I have to
You
watch
gotta
the
well,
watch the
movie?
movie, man.
I guess since I've seen it, I can spoil it for you if you like. It's up to you.
No.
Do you want to actually
Movie,
watch
mate.
this movie, or do you mind? Like, should I give a spoiler warning before and then talk about what actually happens?
Let's just steer clear from it.
Yeah, I
Not
still
that I'm
want
a
to
big
watch
Matrix fan. I just don't like spoilers in general.
Yeah,
I like the
fair enough. Fair
Matrix.
enough.
I
We'll
shouldn't
discuss
ask the
it after the
question.
stream if you want as
No,
well.
no.
And how does it end? What happens at the end?
Does he
Well,
learn Kung Fu?
you know,
Is it actually a
oh,
simulation?
dude, I'm just trying to think of like a meme that I could say. The real question is, does he fly?
And they throw the ring into mortal.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
How
But
come-
yeah, so one of the interesting things that I can say, one of my plans for 2022 is I've set up new accounts on old school RuneScape that I'm going to stream. Hopefully, set myself up so I'm going to stream myself playing them.
Multi-boxing?
And my goal is, huh?
Doing
Multi-boxing?
your own 5-person Iron Man.
Yeah, multi-boxing.
3-person.
So you're multi-boxing like...
Essentially, I'm going to have like the 3 different accounts set up on my computer, have them running, playing them while I've got the stream open. And then my goal is to have them all be able to fight and defeat the Dagonoth Kings, at least. If not to get them as far as possible, as hardcore as well. So
Have they got triplet
it'd be
names?
interesting to see how long they can last and what I can do. Well, I thought it would be a good meme to go with the Matrix theme. So they're all, the group is GIM, all capitals, and then Matrix. And then the names of the 3 accounts are all based off the 3 main characters
Neo,
of the
Trinity,
Matrix.
Morpheus.
That's right. So I've got one which is Neo next, and then I've got one which is Trinity next, and I've got another which is Morpheus next. And I just had to put that next tag there because that way I'd be able to get the names right, and it also is tied to my account as well, so people know.
I thought you were gonna make them all just agents, you know, free Mr. Smith. Yeah.
Well, there could be future plans if I wanted to do a five-man group, just do 5 Mr. Smiths.
And they're all hunting down your other accounts.
Yeah, I just we could do like a future group where like a 5-man PvP group against my 3 accounts.
Yeah.
You know, cause you've done that, Miguel, you have to wear like a trench coat while you play and like glasses, you know.
Oh, yeah,
You gotta have
glasses.
as if
Just
you're not doing that. Like that would be so good.
I'd have to buy one probably. Yeah, I definitely have to buy one. But once I set it up, I think what I'm going to do for now is just do like a couple of like little setup things for the accounts, and then once I get my streaming set up ready to go, I'll actually like start progressing them towards more interesting points, like trying to do widget Todd with the accounts. And what I try to do is like everything solo essentially.
Yeah.
So any like bossing and stuff like that I'm going to be doing is all going to be solo with those accounts as well. So that includes Wintertide and Poros in the beginning. That includes things like if I'm doing God Wars in the future, or if I'm doing any wilderness bosses, if I'm doing there's a whole list essentially. Even new bosses coming out in 2022. New God Wars dungeon bosses come out, so that's it's causing up quite a stir in the market. Like I was talking off stream to Zarmega before about how one of the items on the first day of the release was selling for like 4.2 bill old school, which is a stupid amount for an item. But as more come into the game, it'll get cheaper. But it's like sort of a best in slot thing, and people are realizing how powerful these items are at the moment. So it might change over time. The meta for those items may change as well. They may get nerfed. I feel like they probably will. How that happens, have to see. But
I got a question.
yeah,
for
I
you.
think it's going to be interesting to see how far I can go and where I can progress to.
Okay. When do you think old school RuneScape will stop making content?
Oh,
People stop playing.
I think people will always play, but
yeah, I think so as well.
Then they'll keep making it.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll ultimately go to the point of Jagex themselves will keep funding the making and maintenance of RuneScape and old school RuneScape, or they will pass it on to another company that will buy them and continue on. Right. However things end up, even worst case scenario, and neither company or nobody's able to back up the game itself, I'm sure they will make other versions of the game that are community funded that'll be put out for people to play. So how it all ends up in the future, I don't know. When like it'll stop, I don't think it will. I think like what it'll take a sort of catastrophe to happen
Like WoW.
in life, I would say, not within the game. I don't think that there's going to be anything within the game really that's going to make it end.
Shit.
Right.
Right.
Especially the team is like
Bloss-
dedicated to make it so that they
Blossom.
continually have a market, so
Blossom
that they
has a good
continually
one.
have like healthier healthier experiences for players in the game.
Blossom has a great comment here. When a big scandal hits like World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
That was my exact
Give it
thought when
time.
you were saying that people are going to play it forever. Something
Yeah.
will happen eventually.
Like they'll get some people crawling on the floor for like RuneScape capes.
Well, it's just like people will still pay, right? In the end, like as long as they're able to gain a community that is interested in the content will still be made, right? It's like,
Yeah.
sure, people don't really play Among Us anymore. Among Us passed off, but how many games are not like that one-off thing, right? Come in, have a big show, and then die off, right? Old school is definitely one of those where it's just like comes out. Yeah, it's had, you could say, bigger phases in the past, perhaps, but now it's a game where it's constantly growing and there's new things happening more and more throughout, even though they may not seem that big to people who play the games every day, but to people who like are backed off and don't see what happens for years and years, they come back and say, what the hell's all this? You know? A lot of people experience that if they come from like, oh, I used to play back in the RS2 days, you know, before old school was the thing. And then now looking at it, it's so different. Like, well, that's how it is now.
I don't know, man. Like, I think if the kind of shit that happened to WoW, like, I think WoW is actually gonna die soon. Legitimately gonna die. Like, you know, people have been memeing about it dying for a million years. Like,
yeah,
I think this, you know, if that happened for
people be memeing about old school too. And RS3, people meme about RS3 dying for the longest time. It's still going strong.
Yeah, people are so connected
Not
to
as
their
strong,
accounts.
perhaps, but still strong.
Blossom said she's been playing since when she was 11 years old.
What, RuneScape?
No. World of Warcraft.
Oh, Warcraft makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. What
I
would you
played a
do,
little.
but
What
what
did
would
I
you?
play? I played a little bit of. When I was young, I used to just get into Warhammer. That was the main thing I played.
Oh boy. Oh, I'm getting into some fucking Warhammer, dude. Are you seeing this shit here? On my look, check this.
Dude, we can do
I got this.
40k this year.
I got this,
Man, that's what we should do as well.
dude. I bought a little compressor. I'm gonna pull it up on. Gonna pull the compressor up on stream.
If I've still got to pick up those. I've got to pick up some figures from you, don't I? In order to paint them up
Yeah.
to start up an army.
So this.
So that's something we can plan to set up for the future.
Well,
That'd be pretty good, don't you think?
yeah, I would love to. I'm planning to do painting and stuff, and I want to get a 3D printer here. No RuneScape.
Yeah.
So we got this. I spent a fair bit on this little one here. You guys can't see this unless you look at the stream.
No, I
But-
can't see it.
No,
But
me neither.
I've got a gravity loaded air paintbrush in my hand, and it feels perfect. It's weighted just to let the paint come out.
Perfectly balanced.
As all things should be. I can actually hold it the same way as well. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna be
man.
just fucking, yeah, it's fucking spraying these motherfuckers. Yeah, I've got some shit here, but I've got some shit over here to paint. I've got so much shit to paint, and I'll get the 3D printer, and I'm actually planning to stream it as well. I'm gonna attach a camera to the top of this one here, point it down. I want to see, you know, what the
Oh,
capabilities of
balance, like all things should be.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing right now, Miguel, with my little paintbrush. You know,
Nice.
I just sniff paint. I don't.
You don't sniff glue.
No, no.
No.
Well, I sniff glue too, if I have to.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to glue
You
the
have
shit,
to.
you know.
Okay.
But yeah. How about you, Bernie? Any big projects?
Big project.
Yeah,
Like
anything?
outside it.
Oh, it's hot.
Well, I'm
Well,
learning
either
to count
inside or
cards.
outside. Are you gonna come back to the group?
Sorry?
Oh my God, the new
Are you
Riot
gonna come back to
MMO.
the group? Do more group Iron Man stuff?
Welcome to the chat,
Yeah,
Jake.
Ben was even talking about starting a new one.
Which one?
Yeah, we could do. Do you want to start a new 3-man one?
Yeah, 3-man one, and we won't die.
Let's start one with very
Yeah, we'll make
chaotic
it so
people.
like if anyone does Winter Todd, right, it'll be somebody who's experienced and has actual food and is not low level, right?
Yeah, and
Not
if you
level
Wow.
like with 10
getting
HP.
bored and not paying attention, stop.
Yes, that's right. Somebody who's actually focused and dedicated.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
little...
chilling here with TV. Oh, I died while like I was getting food.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Jake's in chat,
mad.
and he's just like, you guys talking shit.
Nah, dude. Not even. It was a good time for sure. I enjoyed. I still enjoy playing that account, and I still do. I still grind out. Like I've got so many supplies now. It's insane. I think my bank is about 25 mil now. So and I'm nearly at 1100 total level. It's still 12 HP.
I don't know.
So I've still got goals for that account as well. If a bit like, I don't know if other people will come back to it. Like I'd like to see Jake and his roommate come back as well. That'd be good, but it all depends on how people want to go throughout the next year. I don't know how people want to play. I know I do, but that's all I could say for myself. Because like one thing I am keen to get into combat stuff now. So one thing I'm gonna do, I've got all my accounts planned out as well. So I know like sort of I'm gonna make it so that with the 3 accounts that I've made for my 3-man hardcore group, each of them is going to be feeding one of the accounts for certain skills, essentially. So, like, for example, one account is going to be fed all of the herb supplies for herb lore. One of them is going to be fed all of the fishing supplies for fishing, all of the stuff for cooking, etc., etc. Right, and the same for combat as well. Right, things like runes, things like arrows, armor, all that stuff's going to be funneled to different characters as well.
Just so you know, Miguel, they're asking if you're old enough to smoke. Tell the feds, call 911.
Definitely not.
Over TOS. Well, I would show my ID, but I won't do that on stream.
Yeah, but you won't.
I am old enough.
Just put your bank details in. That's good enough.
Mhm.
Yeah. Then we'll
Yeah,
believe.
my social security number. Yeah, no, totally. Well, I could bring out something else to show you I'm old enough, but I think I might not do that. So, yeah. Give it like I can tell
What do you
the-
mean?
I was
Yeah.
a beer. So if you go-
I think he's not old enough for that either. He's got beer as well.
Don't get me banned,
I
bro.
drank them. No. It's all TOS. It's all TOS. There's no open alcohol on this set, so it's all good.
So I'm just thinking, what? I'm working on so many things this bloody year, dude. Like, are you gonna get a
There's one
computer
thing I'd
that?
like to do is like I'd like to, if we could set up the podcast to show like some of the things that we do throughout the year too, and showcase it. That'd be really cool. I think
Yeah, we can.
highlights as well.
Yeah, we'll improve the setup.
Honestly, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
fuck yeah.
pretty
We can't
happy with
really do a lot.
an hour and a bit. We probably took a bit longer than that but we're fucking around a lot.
Fine.
Yeah, it took a while to set up. Well, we set up. I think we were
Yeah.
ready to go just about 8 o'clock or so.
You need to
Good
join this
afternoon,
chat,
so-
Miguel. They're just.
It's for the Twitch chat. All right, pull it up on my phone.
You gotta read
Give me a
this chat
sec.
out.
Does your mum know you're hanging out with 30-year-olds? Me and Bernie are funny.
How old are you talking about? I'm like 24.
You what?
Oh man.
He
So-
kind of cute though. Oh, okay. You what?
So we
You should have it so that the chat is up on your stream, dude. Why do you
yeah,
not
I
have
was
that set
gonna
up?
set it up, but I didn't really have a lot of time.
You
to set up.
gonna? Shoulda, woulda, coulda, mate.
Well,
Every time.
he is right now, so you know. So like I don't know if you answered, Bernie. Like, was there any projects for this year you want to get into, or in particular? We're doing the podcast, and I know.
Yeah, no, not really. I'm just gonna continue what I was doing last year.
Look, that's fair
Anything
enough.
new comes out, I play that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah,
learning
no.
to count cards though.
Oh shit! Hold on. Card counting. I need to put this up.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn card counting?
Yeah, it's actually not that hard.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, like, see, like, the reason I don't learn counting is just because I would prefer to have it out of my mind to enjoy the game rather than like think about it. Like, I'd rather just play based off like, okay, well, what are the chances? You know, think about it in my mind as opposed to like, okay, well, I can figure out what the chances are based on this, and then use it.
I like just knowing.
That's fair.
I like working it.
Well, for me,
it's
like
a lot of work
I'm
to do in
cheeky
your
in
head
the
anyway.
sense, like, yeah, it's cheating.
It's not cheating.
See,
it's calculated
It's not,
knowing.
It's not. Yeah.
yeah, right. It's calculated risk, essentially,
It's just being
which
good.
is fair enough. And I will admit, I
good,
do
right?
do calculated risk cheating, but I do it in a different sense. Where if I make a bet with somebody, for example, I will always make sure that there's more than a 50% chance of me winning the bet before I make the bet.
Then
So,
why do
it's
you
always
like
rigged in
playing
my favour.
blackjack without counting cards?
But that's the thing, I don't
You
bet when I play blackjack, right?
That's what the
But
dealers
if I play
do.
other games, or like if I make like a random bet about something with a person on something, I'll make sure that the bet
You get the
is in my favour if I make the bet. Just
That's usually the goal, yeah.
But you can
because
only
the thing
do
is,
that
like,
if you
it
count
stops me
cards,
from
Miguel.
gambling actually, because I don't do any gambling unless it's in my favour, and a lot of the gambling that's out there is not in your favour, right?
Mm.
It's the same with like sports betting. Like if you're manipulating the odds, right? You can do that to make money if you're betting as well, and that's totally fair, right? They'll ban you from it, but you can still do that.
You gotta get 2 apps.
You know, each their own. Like that's why I don't do sports betting either, because I'm like, if I want to do sports betting, I'll have to learn that, and I can't be bothered learning that. You know.
Yeah.
I don't want to be incentivized to do that.
Do you do
I
sports
I have to
betting?
keep
Zoe?
my young boy charm.
Yeah. I chuck money on the fights, not so much because I like gambling. It just makes the fights more interesting when there's something riding on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I
Only time
don't
I
really
will
care that
gamble
much.
when it's not in my favor is 2-up though. For 2-up though, because that's different.
I think I've always worked every single time it's been on.
Oh, 2-up is so good. I've done it with Val.
We'll see you later,
Friend of
Blossom.
ours.
Thank you very much for coming along and supporting the first stream.
Cheers.
You know, we do appreciate it. Yeah.
I think we were closing up anyway, weren't we?
Well,
We're just getting
we'll
closing
quit
thoughts,
soon.
I guess, not like what we're planning to do.
Yeah.
I wanna. What do you guys think about? Because we're talking about fighting a bit. It's got nothing to do with gaming at all. But what do you think about Mayweather fighting in Dubai on the helipad? Have you heard about this?
Ooh.
I hadn't
Honestly,
even heard of it, no.
Yeah,
I
he's
will
gonna
say
fight in the
that's one thing I'm
helipad, dude.
excited about too. Is like I think some of the biggest fights are going to come out of next year. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Like we had some massive ones with Tyson, if I remember correctly. That was
Tyson
pretty big.
Fury?
No, Mike Tyson.
We had a lot of
Who did
circus
Mike
ones this
Tyson
year.
fight?
I
I
mean,
didn't even
last
know
year.
he had a fight.
Mike Tyson, yeah, he was.
Mike Tyson came back. Do you remember? It was a massive
Yeah, he
thing,
did.
dude. Look it up, dude.
Yeah,
Put that up
it's
on the
gonna be
stream if you want to see
Holyfield.
a massive fight. Mike Tyson, as he has gone in to fight after being retired for so many years, how he looks. Yeah. Put that up on the stream for a few seconds.
Until you actually saw him fight, yeah. He looks good in training, punching pads.
It was crazy. I
I'm just
remember
gonna
watching
put
videos of him
knockouts.
before, like he was planning to fight, right? And he was so chill.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, you know, whatever. Like,
Let's just skip into it a bit.
I'm just here trying to figure out myself, what I want to do, just relaxing in life, happy and whatnot, you know, not really planning on getting into fighting again, just happy where I am, looking for new things I want to try out, what I want to do. And then they signed his contract to get him to fight, right? Look at it, right? And he came back as a monster. The second one, he was reignited. He's like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go anytime. You know, like the beast within him was reignited the same as it was when he was younger in his prime days. And it was just crazy to see. You could feel that.
Is he scared of himself, but? Because, like, when you hear about him
he was
talking about
back
it
in those
now,
times. He was.
well, but now apparently he's not happy.
No,
with...
before he was, right? That was when his chill days. He was like, oh, I'm scared of turning back into what I used to be. And then he came back and he came back as a monster. Like, pull that up, right? Like, this is old footage, right?
Yeah.
Put up the footage of him in his latest fight.
2021
if you can find
fight.
it.
Well, here's him, like, training and shit. Let's just fucking skip.
Yeah, that's where he looked alright, punching pads. He looked pretty vicious.
Yeah.
But
FightHype.com, guys.
Look at him fast, man.
How can FightHype.com take?
Look at him go. Like a monster.
Do you ever think about getting back into fighting, Bernie?
No, not really.
Yeah. Man, he is a monster. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not built for fighting myself, so
You're built for
I could
loving
never
the
really
girl.
do it. Sure, that's how you want to look at it. No, it's just like, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's just like I don't have the right figure for it, really. Like, and I've got a lot of things weighing against me just with my own build. So, if anything, I would be more interested in martial arts, just for like the mental aspect of it, as well as the physical, the health aspects, rather than anything else. But never anything like actually
The
fighting.
discipline.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about meditating?
I was 2020, I think.
Alright.
Yeah, Roy Jones Jr. Yeah, at the end of 2020, that's when that was.
That was it. I was trying to remember who he was
Yeah.
because he was supposed to fight Holyfield.
Yeah, see if you can
that
pull that
got
up.
canned.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you
Got
seen
canned.
Connor as
And
well recently
the
as
fight
well?
itself wasn't great.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I would say pull up the Connor fight video with his leg, but I don't think we can pull that up.
It's already been pulled out, right? Like, nah.
Oh, it was
He's
crazy
looking
though. He's
buff
a
as fuck
monster
back
as
now,
well.
man. Like, he's like put on like tons
Yeah,
of weight.
he's looking like a monster.
He's a big cunt.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, he's just built like that though. He's not doing cardio obviously because his leg is stuffed.
Yeah. Maybe I
He's
should
just-
hurt my leg. When I hurt my leg, I lost weight. I lost a lot of weight,
Yeah, I did
actually.
the same when I hurt my arm and my foot.
Yeah. I think unless you're like the kind of person who
I
puts
reckon
on
I'm putting
weight.
on weight now. I need to actually get into exercising again.
Yeah, I was thinking about it today, but I was feeling a bit sick today. So, yeah.
Yeah, fucking weather.
Alrighty, guys. I think it's. Is there anything else we want to talk about today? And because we can do this, we'll do this again next week, right? Like, if you guys both want.
Yeah, we can try to organise for next week, sometime around then.
Try and bring the quality up
Sounds
every
good.
week. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully get the new thing set up as the year comes out.
Yeah.
The only thing I was going to say is like, do you guys really want to start like a 3-man group again? We'll try something new with different accounts.
It needs to be the right time, man, because I don't know if right now is the right time. I've got a lot of things, like,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I have to, like, I'm going to Sydney to go and see the Gorillas on Australia Day, so I need to organise accommodation, I need to organise how I'm
So
getting
you're
there.
going in January to see them.
It's
They're playing in
26th.
June as well.
You better organise it quick.
Yeah, I've got less than 20 days. I've got
Yeah.
19 days.
Dude. Mind
Actually,
you,
probably
I've
18
still
days.
got to organise whether I'm going to be going to Carnival in March. That's going to be a pretty crazy festival. I hope that's still going to be on. I have to look into that.
Are you talking about the Chani Carney?
No. I'm talking about Carnival Festival. It's a hardstyle festival
that.
being done in Melbourne.
I reckon the Chani Carney's better.
I reckon you're up your upper, man.
Mate, it's a pretty crazy festival. It's in
Mate, you're
Charwood.
pretty crazy, mate. Yeah, like especially it's been quite a while. It's been 3 years, no, 4 years now, essentially, since any kind of hardstyle festival that I've been able to go to in Australia. So it's a pretty big thing in and of itself.
I guess we can talk about that.
And to be able to go with part of the old school RuneScape community too, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
And hopefully stream some of that.
Like,
Because I'm planning to go for a week if I can. So I'm going to be streaming some of what I do while I'm over there.
Gonna do some IRL streaming.
Yeah, some IRL, some old
Yeah.
school streaming as well, probably in the hotel.
We should do some outside of that shit. You need to practice, bro. Because, like,
Yeah.
it's harder when you're actually
Sure,
traveling than when you're, like, in a place you know?
Yeah.
Like, we know.
Definitely.
Actually, like, I've gotta say, Bernie, the camera quality on your phone is pretty bloody good. I don't know if
That's
it's
the
the
front
light
camera
too.
or
Yeah, I'm
I've
just
got
using
my
my
TV
laptop
on,
at
so
the
it's just
moment.
blasting light forward.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think it's making the quality
Yeah.
of the camera much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the front camera.
Imagine having
Yeah,
a back
nice.
camera look.
Yeah, man.
More?
That's
All about that back.
Damn.
Oh gosh. Damn, son. Oh well.
Do you have any travel plans, Bernie, for 2022?
I don't even know if we can travel, mate.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
it. That's
No.
the issue at the moment. It's a real problem.
I spent all my money. I can't afford a good trip.
Yeah, I'm saving all my money to travel, so
Yeah,
I'm doing
Okay.
I
like
was, and then
the greatest terrible thing you could do at this time is
Okay.
like, well, you can't travel at the moment, so why not just save the money and then as soon as you can travel, waste it all, spend it while you can. Fuck it. And things are going to be expensive at that time, anyways, so may as well. I'm planning to travel to as many places as possible, whether it's Melbourne, whether it's Vietnam, whether it's bloody Europe.
China?
I don't know. I originally planned to travel to Europe this year. That was my original plan that I set back in 2018, 2019. I was like, 2022, I'm going to go to Europe for a hard style festival, middle of the year. And I'm going to spend a month and a half in Europe.
Might be a bit hard now.
It might be a bit hard now, but especially because the governments there keep cancelling the festivals like a
The
week
government.
before, a few days before,
Mm.
right? But hopefully things get better. Just have to hope. Plan for things to be better. That's the idea. And hopefully stream it.
Well, yeah.
Hopefully talk about it. Look back. We can look at this. We can look into the past and be like, hey, imagine 6 months ago we took this, and then now look where we are.
I think I would like to see both streaming. Like, you know, we'll get Bernie. Well, Bernie, you might not need a camera. Just use your phone
And you
for all
can
your
stream
streams.
fishing.
I think you should pick up a camera, Miguel, and because how old's your laptop?
I will sort out that kind of stuff in the future. Sort out a better setup and whatnot.
Yeah, it costs a bit of money. That's the only issue. Like,
Yeah, but that's it.
money
That's it.
sucks. You have to spend it. You know,
Imagine, dude.
I hate
Imagine
it.
having to spend money.
I just wish everything was free.
No, I'm not going to get into this conversation. Otherwise, we would not be.
Hello, Mr. Pickle. Mrs. Pickle?
Oh.
Mrs. Pickle, right?
Cute fella.
It's just like, what's going on? Look at elsewhere.
It's like, oh, what's this? Shoulder like,
What are
what
my
you
dogs
doing?
doing? My dogs are both just sleeping on the floor behind me. In the little doggy beds.
No. Yeah, fair enough.
Alrighty, I guess, unless anyone has anything else they want to say, I guess we'll end it here and do another one next week.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
I want to eventually get it so we can have like call-ins. So,
Yeah.
but we're gonna be pretty careful with that kind of thing. So like we might.
Put it on
Yeah,
a
well, we
delay
can
and
talk
then
about it
kick 'em out.
post. So
Even with a delay, I don't know how we censor it if we delay it. We'd need like like it would probably make a Discord where they go in a channel. They're kind of like someone would have to kind of check them before they join, if you know what I mean. Like they'd have to have a,
well, it depends on who do you want to bring in though.
Yeah, well,
Like
just
people
random
from the
people.
chat.
Just random people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you could do that through Discord. Just like have yourself in a Discord channel, set up in a like
So
in a
separate,
room,
yeah,
and then just like have people come in, right?
Well, you'd pull them in like
you pull them in before like you have them like talking on stream.
Yeah.
Right.
So someone would be like, no funny buggers, right? And they'd be like, yes, no funny buggers, I swear. And then that'd be funny buggers.
They'd be like, have you been to Wendy's before, Vin?
Don't do this.
Well, there's your answer, folks. Alrighty.
Alright, well, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you very much.
both very much for coming here. We didn't have too many people come in, but it's not about that. It's about, well,
No, it's
you
about the practice for sure.
you you know, it's good to have people come and view, and it's gonna get better with time. So yeah,
Yeah, we'll also like lots of
Can't get
things,
worse.
lots of things.
huh? Yeah, well, it could get worse. Yeah,
It can't get worse.
yeah. We could get
That's for
rid of the
sure.
cameras. There's a lot of things we could do.
Yeah, just no.
I feel like the cameras just
Alrighty.
inhibit our ability to talk. You know, so yeah.
Ah, well, imagine just the audio as well. Like just being able to like hear each other talk, like always creates a problem.
Yeah, we should just mute each other and just all try and talk at the
Yeah.
same time. Yeah. Alrighty, guys.
Nice.
I'm gonna end it. We'll see you
End stream.
on the next episode.